tonight's going to be a very special reading by a good friend, a very, very sweet, loving man, Drew Blood. He's been in this Riverside area for many years and has been very active in a lot of activities and events that basically deal with gay issues and a lot of support from the community. Drew tonight is going to have a reading. It's going to be a poetry reading. I'd just like all of you just give him a big round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We've got programs tonight. I've never done a reading like this. Not just picking up one of my chapbooks and reading out of them. I do have my chapbooks available over on the table there. The lovely Donette. Happy to direct your money into the big gold urn over there. And the programs will explain the way these are being read. They're right up here. So feel free to take one, or Darren's passing them out, or not Darren, Scott. Everybody one gets one? Okay, this first section's for Randy Gerke. This is the first poem I wrote for him. It's called 24/7. 202% of the time, hand on a heart, he's got mine. Blur of words, action as his plan. Intensified living, annihilation man. Got no family, he roams the streets at liberty. Bad boy so fine, a gaggle of girls giggle. He swaggers past and grabs the last laugh. Yo, I know ya, stop in the street to speak. Befriends the homeless and haggard. Parties downtown with winos and speed freaks. Punk's not dead, them boys be bad. Kick you upside the head. Pass that buck, different generation. Don't give a fuck, Mr. Annihilation. Sure he's good, he's got a belly full of food. I grin and bear it, he bums the smoke. One look in his eyes, I know it's no joke. One. He sure is something, but he ain't the one. Can't be, no way, hard to understand as I bite my tongue. Curve of his lips makes for a powerful kiss. Looking at the ground, I don't know what that is. One will always be one, as in no one or anyone. Learn my lesson on how to sleep alone. Once upon a lifetime, you only get one. When it's gone for good, you know it's done. Abandon. Cut cold, it doesn't have to be. The hardship of friendship does not dissolve so easily. An iceberg floats near the edge of sanity. Going gone. Took a long time coming. It don't look like no future when two people have been so ugly and brutal. You left me in the dust. I left you no shelter, just rust. The present is all but finished. Between us, the love is diminished. On the far side of life, somewhere you reside, an empty space invades. Inside that place, a hole is made. The cost is a loss. I paid dearly to have this pain resolved. Time will heal, still there are scars. I never believed that you really cared. Now all I know is you're not there. Tried so hard, I have to accept this fate. I cannot turn my love into hate. Love lies bleeding. I dream of you lying in my bed, caress and kiss you from your head to your toes. In the end, it's my broken heart that knows. The knot of life will not bind our two souls. I wish till I'm blue in the face, that you feel for me as I do you. I cannot make you, and I don't want to. Your right to life is whatever you care to do. I place a bandage over the crack in my heart. The pump of love is not so easily stopped. My loss of blood leaves me on my knees, with scars on my arms to show that love lies bleeding. A fucking bloody mess is what's left after the rest. has been tossed into the trash. I try to smile, I try to laugh, I only hope is the last. With my last breath, I witness death, perhaps chance to understand that what I'm sowed is now reaping, and my heart love lies bleeding. These are all like those romantic, "I left me." Boy to boy. No two spoons lie together, fit together. The perfect match. One is one and is alone. Never to touch, kiss, hold, or be held. Once it was like two knives, dueling, slashing, cutting, stabbing, left me sobbing with a throbbing heart-on. Release is a tease, the orgasm that never came. The feeling is draining, all color and light leach out of my eyes. Brain dead, comatose, catatonic, no witch hazel could really heal or stop emotions that I feel. Down in the bottom of your pool, I tied a rock around my neck, left myself naked and foolish. Boy bothers boy, as one not so quietly slips away. The stream is for fly fishing, caught in the web of dreams, the madness of realities for night music, or the fork in my belly. West of me. This is about when I was down in Laguna Beach, and Randy used to work on Catalina Island, and I could see Catalina. It was really, this is about looking across the ocean, seeing the island. West of me. I stand and look out to the west. On an island is where you're kept. There's more than an ocean that divides. Dig my heels in the sand and have a good cry. Do you ever look to the east, wishing me a little rest and peace? The pull of love is a warm hug. The seed of me gets splashed across the rug. It would be so lovely to pull cotton down past that area where leg meets hip and abdomen. Another lost wish to dream again. I cast all thoughts into the sea. Hope sails away on a stiff breeze. Understand it all like a deadly disease. You're out of here, west of me. Lay of the land. While the beautiful boy sleeps, sunlight dances on his cheek. With this vision, I go weak at the knees. All I see has become a dream. There's no perfect kiss or perfect gift I could place on his lips. He's gone now, his smile I miss. It's just what it is, a mistake I admit. The earth is cracked and dry, a hot Santa Ana whips clouds through the sky. Desert now encroaches where I never should have tread. This once thirsty paradise lays dead. In the back of my mind I see his sad puppy eyes. All the lies over the years never realized. Can't hide my love, I can only compromise. It's all so much dirt. Mountains are pushed up out of the earth. Lessons not learned, they have no worth. I've buried myself to remove the hurt. This kind of sums it up. It's called These Pains Are Very Hard. I knew the day would come, yet still I am ill prepared. A dreadful feeling creeps inside, giving me chills on a hot summer night. It is the good life that always seems to pass me by, deposit me into the gutter, and utter decrepit. These days I feel fragile, on the edge of emotional turmoil. Sinking feelings cannot be erased. One more time, this pain is on my face. Leaves fall brown, scatter on the ground, only to be blown away when love strikes hard, like a hurricane. I can never forget the way he looked taking a nap. Hot July noon, it's picture perfect. He slept like a baby, unaware and innocent. Smile. I stand on the threshold of pain. The faggot jokes, the daily diarrhea, the foaming mouths. My own body is unforgiving. For your smile I keep moving. It's a pure love that transcends sexuality. A smile in my life, warm glow of light is beauty. Inspiration to live is truly a gift. It's the movement of your mouth. Now I understand how. You give me this, fulfilling my wish. All I need is your smile before I expire. When I see death rasping for my last breath, there's a crease on my face. I go to sleep in peace. Okay. This one's called The Death of Me. It is the beautiful pain of your silent face, and the fire this time turns to ashes all that remains. Physical pain does not touch my skin. It's what lies within that gets me every time. To kiss you is a dream come true. To sleep with you is the blood I drew. All them harsh detergents could be shot into my eyes. I will stumble in darkness, totally blind, and your voice awakens me with the gift of second sight. To look upon you once is enough beauty for the rest of my life. To live and share, to breathe the same air, to wake up in the morning and touch your hair, the empty space forever there. I need your gifts and all that will never be. Your kind of love that will bring me peace. No matter how much I wish to swallow your seed, my pain is beauty, it will be the death of me. Of course, that's all metaphorically speaking. This one I've only read once before to an audience. It's called Mad Parade Passes By. Boy whore. I yelled it in his face and watched his lips quiver like he was going to cry. This was 3 weeks after I'd asked him to leave my house. I'd spent the better part of the last 2.5 years supporting this boy. I gave and gave. He didn't seem to appreciate all I'd done for him. He hadn't seen me the night before I told him to go, struggling and crying over a decision I had to make. Boy whore, I screamed at him as he rode off on a bike that was not his own. Some are givers and some are takers. That moment I felt used. My thoughts flashed back across a broken, cracked sidewalk. He had been bopping along, clutching a bottle of Southern Comfort. He sure is fine, I thought as we passed each other. He called my name. I'd not seen him in years, not since he was a 14-year-old punk boy coming into the record shop I'd worked at. I gave him my address, and later that night he stopped by. I fed him burritos and we drank a few beers. Somehow we ended up sitting on my bed. I placed my hand on his crotch. Did he want a blowjob? No, he didn't go that route, he said. Disappointed, I let him spend the night and many more thereafter. So many memories rolled through my brain as I walked home. I had not grown accustomed to the loneliness of my dwelling. I sat on my bedroom floor, placing photographs of him into an album, a way to seal the past. I was angry and hurt. The last thing he'd taken from me was my bike I'd paid $50 for. He said he'd pay me for it on his next payday. That day came and went. This is why I yelled boy whore in his face. After all I'd done for him, he couldn't remember to pay me for a lousy bike. Knock on the door, it's him. Anger flashes as my voice rises. It's not the $10 he's offering me after all I'd done. It's me loving him and him not giving that love back the way I wanted. We were yelling and shouting at each other. His fist flies and there's blood streaming down my nose. My blood tasted like revenge as I wiped it all over him. I was livid and wanted to wreck his world. He called me a sexually frustrated homosexual, which was true. Around him, I am. Later, as I remembered this, he used the word homosexual, not faggot, and I realized that there was respect, and yes, even some love. I could not carry through with the threats I'd made that day. I couldn't stomach it. In the weeks that followed, I was forced to look at my own emotional attachment to this guy. Why him? Why me? I'd suffered my share of unrequited love. Answers for the soul never come easy nor clearly defined. I saw a child who could not be seen, who was all vague like an outline. I saw the love in the little boy. His energy was love, a burning chunk bouncing off satellites. He had already landed in this and that man's arms. His own arms couldn't hold him. He loved, so he ached. To give all he had was not enough. Look inside, my child, what do you see? I realized that I'd missed my friend, all that he taught me, from a game of cards to the respect he gave and had for himself. He has shared something from deep inside. Our little boys laughed and ran on that energy little boys have. I was a child again, excited at the prospect of an adventure each new day brings. Music throbs loud. I dance with abandon. He has taught me well. Still among the broken toys of two little boys' fight, there's something that remains. Respect and love survives. With sadness in my eyes, I look to the future and what it will bring.